welcome to my channel, and today we're doing a speed build. So we are doing a restaurant speed build this time. So I kind of wanted this to be a more fancy, upscale restaurant, something that always served nicer food, nicer drinks. So I did end up doing the menu planning before I actually went into the build. I thought this was just kind of like a cute little thing to just include. We did include all the cupcakes because cupcakes are delicious, along with cake. There's a couple things of ice cream on there, but like the menu serves like a lot of coffees, a lot of wines, a lot of things that I found that were a lot more fancy and upscale. It also includes the lot traits romantic, I think party space or something, and then chef's kitchen. So with this build, there is a big, like, grand room for like parties and that kind of stuff, and then there is a lot of room there for the kitchen. There is a large waiting area, plenty of tables for your Sims. There's also a nice, cute little romantic area out back, and then lots. There's also a fountain out front, and then I put lots of trees around to kind of make it more like a more private area. But anyway, and so I wanted this place to be a little bit darker. So I went with the dark hard floors and then went with a beautiful like light gray wallpaper because that was probably the hardest part was finding, oh my goodness, excuse me, wallpaper to like fit the place. And of course I wanted it to have the tall walls so this way I could have a really really nice front door. There's two unisex bathrooms, and then yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I think that pretty much wraps up what I would say would be everything in this build. Um, but I had such a blast building this. I had actually drawn this one out prior to building it, and so when I was drawing it out, it actually looks pretty close. Sometimes I don't get that close. Sometimes I get really close. I think this pretty much has the gist of it, except for I moved some of the tables around. I moved some of the decorations around that I planned on. Oh my god. I'm not even tired. Like, what is going on here? But it's got a really large waiting room because thinking that and there's really nice couches and seats and that kind of stuff. And so this way it looked really nice and it looked like something that people would want to sit there and just relax before they get their meal. Maybe even afterwards after they're paying for their meal, maybe it's really nice. And then I had to go through and individually paint all these walls because apparently I couldn't just have certain sections of it done. And so this is sped up a little bit faster than I would have liked, but it's either that or it would have been another like 2-3 minutes longer. And I mean, it's already at 18 minutes. Like the build itself, being hyped up and slowed down or sped up is like 15 minutes, and then there's about a 3 minute tour of the place, which I think I forgot to cut some down. And then there is a bunch of screenshots at the end because I've noticed lately that some of my tours don't work as well as they should. So I decided to just start doing screenshots in there too, just to make sure that I can get it all. This way you can actually get a really good, accurate picture of what the place looks like. But I ended up going through and ended up finding a lot of the romantic garden stuff. I really liked having that private patio area. And when I actually brought my sim here to test it to make sure that everything worked and make sure that people were able to get in and get around and that kind of stuff, there's actually some people actually there at the garden area, and they're sitting in there, and you can just see like how private and quaint it is and how nice it is. And then here's the fountain that we're putting in. I ended up finding out I didn't like those big lilies and I didn't like the moss. So I was like, all right, we'll just put little lilies in this time. And there was a lot of stuff I wanted to put in as well, but I was like, you know what? I'm starting to make this look a little too weird. Oh my god. What is literally wrong with me? Like I slept forever. Like I slept so long, I got a headache. And I did the same thing yesterday because today and yesterday, oh, I guess and technically and tomorrow too, me and my husband took an additional 2 days off of work. So today and tomorrow is days that we would actually traditionally be at work. So maybe that's it. I don't know. Why am I yawning? Oh my god. But here we are. We're going to design the waiting room now. And I really like these couches that I put in there. And then I put in a couple. Oh my god, my phone. What? My friend Edward is all over the Facebook. And apparently feels the need to comment on all my stuff. Anyway, and so I really like those candle lights in the little lanterns. It made it feel like a little bit more romantic and a little bit more nicer. And then we have the corner chair sofa thing. Because I wanted to get a light in behind it. I think that's like my favorite part of that entire sofa is depending on where you sit it and have it actually like at. You can, oh my god. This is getting annoying. You can put like lights and lamps and all sorts of stuff behind it, and then it makes it look a lot more seamless because there's not a lamp next to it. Instead, there's a lamp behind it. So that's literally like one of my favorite things to do. I was trying to find some paintings that I would like in here. I went with the multi collages and then a couple of these from the Tech Guru career. They should still be in there. But then I wanted some curtains to kind of like make it so this way the grand, I forgot what it's called, like the buffet room. I wanted to make sure that it was a little bit more private, so in case they wanted to close the curtains, they can. So this way, maybe they're having a large family reunion or something, and they decide that they want to have it at said restaurant. And then, of course, we have the nice chef station in right there, and then we put in a couple of tables there, so this way they can use the bar area. And I really like the way that this turned out. I do end up changing the the chairs so this way they're turned 90 degrees because I was like, wait a second, that'd be kind of annoying if you're sitting there on the other side and the sun is in your eyes. Like that'd be really annoying. So um, I tried to make sure that every single table had stuff in there. So there's like the tables out here, they have candles and there's salt and pepper shakers. This way, it makes it look a little bit nicer. And here we are, we're going into the bathrooms, and I totally forgot mirrors. I'm sorry. I realized that as I was going through the tour. I'm like, oh no. I mean, the good news is it is not uploaded to the gallery yet. It will be by the time that this video is published. But at this exact second, as I'm recording this, it is not uploaded to the gallery. So I'll go ahead and pop some mirrors in there real quick and then upload it. I need to make a mental note or I will forget. Mirrors. Bathrooms in restaurant. Okay, close enough. I'll just stick that to my monitor. If you guys have made sure to like me on Facebook, you'll notice that I have done a couple of videos where I've kind of shown you my office space, which it's been made a lot cleaner. I have put stuff away. I've gotten rid of the boxes. There actually is no more boxes except for like a couple in the closet, but that's because, well, they're holding stuff that doesn't need to be out all the time. But I have all my books in my bookcases. I have my games all in my desk, although it looks atrocious because I have so much crap in there. But then I have a little trash can so I don't have garbage on my desk, and then I have kitties always in my window. And then, of course, I have a fan in the window now because it's definitely turning into summer here. Oops, I think I just threw my phone to the floor. My bad. Oh well. But ended up putting in a lot of detail into the kitchen. So there's like spice racks. There's what? You probably can't hear him, but I have this kitten who I don't know why, but when he wants your attention, he will cry, but he'll like lightly cry, like eh, eh, and I'm like, what? What is your major malfunction? If he really wants your attention, he will meow at you, and he makes sure that you know it. But yeah, he likes to do this like light, soft cry that you can barely even hear at all. Anyway, and what? He's angry that I don't allow him on my desk and I don't allow him in my lap. Why? Because he likes to climb all over everything. He likes to get onto my desk and he likes to step on the keyboard. He likes to make sure that I stop recording right in the middle of something. To which point, then I have to pick him up, get him on the floor, or kick him out because I've had enough. But anyway, so oh, we're finally putting in some table and chairs here. The back here is pretty much where I ended up changing my mind on kind of what I wanted. But I did put that divider in. This way you could have two-person tables side by side, and it wouldn't really look that weird. I wanted to make sure that there was a plenty of different size seating, so in case you brought in a family of two, family of four, family of five or six, that there is enough room. Oh, it's called a banquet room. Oh my god, I'm dumb. Oh my god, that nice room that I made up at the front, it's called a banquet room. I don't know why that took me so long to get that to my brain, but it did. There's plenty of speakers around the place so you can actually like change the music up to whatever the Sims would like to listen to. I wanted to find the speakers that are like specific, that have like a specific music to them, but apparently I it's hit and miss on whether or not I can find them. It's the same thing with the floor trims. If you know where the floor trims are at, could you please tell me? I can't ever seem to find them. Like I have found them like once. And that's it. I haven't found them since. So I'm like, oh, this is killing me. Alright, so it looks like we're going outside. Oh, we were outside for a minute. We're gonna be doing a little bit more stuff outside, but I forgot I needed to put some chairs in there. And then I thought it was really weird that you could see directly into where the bathrooms are, so I put up those dividers there. This way it kind of like sectioned it off. And of course I wanted to put in some fish tanks, and then I saw that cute fish tank and I was like, oh my god, that little one, it's so cute. I'm like, but that's definitely not appropriate. And there's a cat. Get out of here, cat. And put in a cute little coat rack, because of course most nicer restaurants generally have like a coat area where you can put it in, where you can like hang up your coats. This way you don't have to take it with you to the table. And then there's also some stuff up there. I put it right up there on the wall. Just this way it was kind of like, oh, the hostess could then just grab it real quick and then just go. And oh yeah, and then I also ended up putting in, oh, I just realized I don't know if that works. I have to go in there and just double check and make sure that Roomba works. Because it totally didn't dawn on me that I put it right in the way of the chef station. Get, kitty. Oh my god. That's what he does. He gets up on my desk, and he gets up on my desk, and he gets up on my desk, and I wanna shoot him. I won't, but I want to. So I ended up changing up the clocks I originally put in here. I thought they were a little bit too like homey and like rustic. I wanted something a little bit more modern. So we put in some pebbles here, so this way there's a little path over to the fountain. There's a little path outside. I ended up spending a lot more outside doing the outdoor than I thought I had. I didn't think I had spent that much time outside. But I did end up putting lots of dirt there underneath like all the shrubs and stuff, so I had to go through and do all that detailing to make it look like a little bit more realistic. But I really like the way that romantic spot out back just ended up turning. It's like so super beautiful. And then, of course, we still have to put a roof on, because, of course, I can't forget the roof. Because I'm really good at forgetting the roof. But we should be just about going into the tour now. I think the tour ended up coming out just fine. Of course it would. I decided to take screenshots. So, we'll be coming into that here in just a second. Oh yeah, I forgot all about the outdoor lights. I like these lights that had the flowers hanging off them. I thought it just kind of fit the decor, especially outside. All right, and here is the tour. So this is the outside, obviously. And then as we get a little bit closer, we'll go take a look at the fountain real quick. This way you can kind of just see what it is. There's my tester Sims. This way he can come here. I can do the tour and all that jazz. And that's what the backside looks like. So this way you can't quite see into the garden. And there actually is Sims in there currently and you can't see them. So kind of gives you like a nice little private area. So here is the waiting area. You can see those first couple of tables. Of course, there's lots of seating. Oh, I put those menus right there by the door, so in case like somebody wanted to look at the menu before they sat down, then they could have an idea of like what was on the menu. That's one of the first tables as you come in. Of course, there's the two round tables first, and then it goes, there's that square table there off to the right. And then we have the big 6-person cedar tables all the way over there. I was trying to get some nice screenshots in while I was at it, because, I mean, this isn't great, but this is not the worst that one of my tours has looked. One of my tours was awful. Like, you only got to see like half of it, and I'm like, okay, never mind. But there's that divider. You can see there's those two tables on either side of it, and then here's the kitchen. Lots of the pastries are there on the counter. Single tables, just in case you only bring one sim, they don't have to feel awkward about having another chair set at the table. And then, of course, we go into the banquet room, now that I finally remembered what it's called. And got this big, beautiful, large table, especially designed for a large family. And then we go to the other corners so we can kind of see what it looks like all the way from over there. You can kind of see into the restaurant and stuff. Except for I decided to go just a little too far. I decided to exit the restaurant. Alrighty, so as we come back out, I believe we'll take a quick tour into the bathrooms. Yes? Yes. Okay. So this is the first bathroom. Like I said, there's no mirrors currently, but I'll go ahead and I'll pop back into the game, and when I go to upload it to the gallery, I'll make sure that there is mirrors in both bathrooms. Oh, I didn't realize that flower was like clipping into the wall as bad as it was. Okay, I'll go in there. I'll fix that too while I'm there. And I'll double check the Roomba space. But here's that private outdoor area. Like I said, there's two people at each table. Kind of gives it a more romantic feel and vibe there. And then, of course, we have the flowers climbing up the lamppost on both sides. And that's kind of like what the flowers look like on the backside. And I believe that is it. And then we will be going into some screenshots here in just a second. Just wanted to make sure I got another good screenshot of the waiting room. And there we are. So here we are. You can see the two tables there in the back, the table in the front. That's one of the tables that's close to the front of the restaurant. There's looking into the kitchen. And then you can see better into the kitchen. The front tables, you can kind of see outside. Get a couple of close-ups of these tables here. And you know what? I think that's about it. Anyway, leave your feedback, your comments, and your suggestions all down below. All my social media is in that description box, including Twitch, Twitter, Facebook, and my Origin ID in case you would like to download this. Give this video a thumbs up if you like it, and don't forget to subscribe if you want to know when I upload new videos. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a wonderful day. Bye.